These are my 3 reasons why I'm holding off on the Nintendo Switch. Welcome everyone to My Tech Monday, and as you can see, this is not an actual Nintendo Switch. No, it's a mini iPad and a couple of Xbox controllers, but that brings me to the point of today's video. That is pretty much all the Nintendo Switch is. Now, before I get a bunch of hate comments from the Nintendo fanboys, I just want to inform you that I've always been a fan of Nintendo. I've always had their products. I grew up with their products, but the last time I ever bought a Nintendo product was when the white original Wii came out and also the original Nintendo DS. So for this week on My Tech Monday, I thought I would give you my 3 personal reasons why I'm holding off on purchasing the Nintendo Switch, well, at least for now. Number 1 is what I stated. It's like a screen. It's like an iPad screen, but it's a lot thicker. I mean, this is the Survivor case on top of the iPad mini, and that's about the thickness of the Nintendo Switch. And when you couple in a couple controllers to the side of it, I can't picture how that would be comfortable to hold while you're playing games. So the whole option of the kickstand thing is always going to be in use unless it's plugged into your TV. And this is my first problem, which is the plugs. I cannot see that the controllers being constantly slid in and slid off this device, and the device itself sliding into the TV being successful in the long run. Wireless charging is great, and all these quick connects and everything that we have for technology is great, but the environment that we have this technology in is not great for it. What I basically mean by that is when dust and all this other stuff gets in the way, it's going to block these ports up. Your Switch isn't going to exactly plug into the base plate. It's not going to hook up to your TV. I foresee a lot of problems happening because mainly they don't have cases, which is the second reason why I'm holding off on the Switch, because there's no type of case that I feel would keep its durability, that would keep things out and still allow all the options of being able to slide it in place or slide in the controllers onto it. Let's face it, we're trying to get to that point where we have the power of the PC, power of the Xbox, power of the PlayStation 4 in the palm of our hands, able to go wherever we want, and this just doesn't quite make it there. It's Nintendo graphics, they're scaled down. It's not to that point yet. I just think for a mobile gaming system, this is less mobile and more of just kind of sit on your couch mobile. You know, it made its way from the TV over to your couch. That's about as mobile as you want to make this thing. I, for one, cannot picture myself putting the unprotected thing in a backpack because, let's face it, it's not going to fit in your pocket. So you'd have to put it in a backpack or a purse or somewhere if you want to transport it, unless you want to leave it out in the open, which would get dust and everything else in it, as I was just saying. Speaking a little more on the structure of the thing, I know there's a couple of videos out there where they have people just throwing this thing on the ground. There's one guy that threw it on the ground like 13 or 14 times, and then he made another video like a day later. The thing actually came back to life, but it took some banging, and they threw it a couple more times to get it to work again. Yes, that's all good and well, but let's face it, we're not going to be perfectly dropping this thing from the same exact height every single time. We're going to have different instances where we drop it maybe off a couch. And to close this episode out, the third reason that I'm holding off on purchasing the Nintendo Switch is because of the price. Now, the pricing point that they came in is very aggressive because they're basically coming in at the same field where Xbox and PlayStation have been sitting for a few years now. Let's face it, I don't think a lot of parents are going to be going out there and spending that much money on a mobile device when you can get a used iPad for around the same price, or even another $100 or $200 more, and you can go out there and buy a drone or something else of that value. I just don't think that for this time and day and age, the Nintendo Switch is going to survive. Let me know in the comment section down below if you agree with any of my opinions right here, or if you would disagree with them. Like I said, I'm just holding off on buying it for right now. I want to see how it's going to do out, and maybe in the summer months I might pick myself up one. I'm not going to lie, there's a couple games that look good. The Zelda game looks good. The Mario Racing game looks okay, but that's kind of another reason. That would be like a secret reason. Number 4 would be that there's not a lot of titles that they're launching with. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit the thumbs up button if you did, and I'll see you tomorrow for Gaming Tuesday. Peace.